Hi, my name is Amber Gabel, and I'm the 20-year-old daughter of Robert and Jennifer Gabel and a sixth-generation dairy farmer on Barnview Farm in Newport, Pennsylvania. On my family's dairy farm, we milk about 32 registered Holsteins and raise our own replacement heifers. My involvement on my family's dairy farm has allowed me to find my niche in the dairy industry with the red and white Holstein cow. I am currently a sophomore honors student at the Pennsylvania State University, majoring in animal science with a minor in agronomy. My activities at school include being actively involved in the Penn State Dairy Science Club and Collegiate FFA, and this past year I was a member of the Penn State Dairy Judging Team. My future plans include going back to the family farm and pursuing a career in dairy cattle genetics. I love how there's genomic information available on young sires nowadays. I remember back when I had to look at pedigrees and parent averages to determine what young sires to use in my mating programs. Genomic testing has made this process a lot more accurate. If I could choose one new technology to implement on my farm, I would choose to genomically test all of my females. This would provide many advantages. First of all, I would be able to tell at an early age which animals were genetically superior and which were inferior. The superior animals would gain a marketability advantage, whereas the inferior ones might be culled from my herd, so I don't waste valuable time and money raising them. Next, genomically testing my females would allow me to select better matings. I would be able to tell which traits my animals transmitted well and which traits they didn't transmit as well. I would also be able to tell with more accuracy what areas my animals needed to improve upon so I could select better bulls for the matings. Finally, I would be able to better manage genetic recessives within my herd. Genetic recessives, such as haplotypes affecting fertility, BLAD, and CVM, could have detrimental effects on my herd and would need to be managed accordingly. I would also be able to tell, through genetic testing, which of my animals were black-red carriers. For my dominant red animals, I would be able to tell what alleles she would carry at her MC1R gene, or the recessive red gene. For these reasons, I believe that genomic testing would be beneficial for my females in my herd. In America today, less than 2% of people are employed in the agriculture industry, and the average consumer is about 3 generations removed from the family farm. This means that most consumers don't know what goes on in the dairy industry or on other farming operations. This means that agricultural literacy is of the utmost importance to educate consumers. If a community organization asked me to give a presentation explaining the modern dairy industry to them, I would ask them to come and visit my family farm, and I would give them a tour. On this tour, I would allow them to see the dairy industry for themselves and form their own opinions. On this tour, I would provide them with industry statistics. For example, about 98% of the United States dairy farms are family-owned and operated. Families care for their farms, their cows, their communities, and the environment. Dairy farm families are actively involved in community activities, and dairy farms are supported by many other industries, meaning that they provide the economy with a boost. Happy cows are healthy cows, so dairy farmers make sure that cow comfort is at the top of their priority list. They also provide their cows with adequate nutrition and veterinary care to make sure that they are healthy at all times. Additionally, farmers are natural stewards of the environment. They make sure that they use sustainable practices in order to be efficient and environmentally friendly. All of these are accomplished using modern technology. Before ending the tour and leaving my farm, I would direct my guests to www.dairyfarmingtoday.org for further information and answer any questions they may have to make sure that they have a positive dairy industry experience.